Yeah, James, I know you're basically a hoarder and you're living in a hoarder's house, but it honestly kind of disgusts me. But you do you, and no judging really for me, except right now.
No bitches.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Librous morals.
James, otherwise known as Jordan Peterson.
Otherwise known as the true assassin.
And a
Queen
lot of
Elizabeth.
things have happened this week, James.
The queen fucking died.
That's right. I guess F for all British people.
Where were you when the queen died?
Any Britons in the chat? My condolences.
Speak up.
My condolences that your queen died. Yeah. How old is she? Is she like 96?
98 or something? Like it was 98 or 97.
I knew it was in the late 90s.
My dad was like, she was a really good person. I'm like, isn't there a picture of her shaking hands with Hitler? And he's like, she fought the Nazis. I'm like,
I thought you were about to say like she fucks, yeah.
My dad would never say the words something fucks ever. I really wish I could trick him into it, but that would be pretty fucking funny if my dad
think that.
My dad one day just went, this fucks.
You think that, but I also thought my dad would never say the word simp. But there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, but my dad asked me what Pornhub is, so I'm not too surprised.
Ah, right. It's because he just like
yeah,
he just jacks it with his mind, dude. His imagery.
What hentai was.
It's called hentai and it's art.
and I still don't know if it's because one of our coworkers' sons got addicted and they got kicked out of school and shit.
What? They got kicked out of school?
Got kicked out of school because he was like racist and really addicted to hentai.
Hentai addicts equal racist.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah, he's probably a Genshin Impact enjoyer.
He's probably a Genshin Impact. Your average Genshin fan.
Yeah.
It's just a picture of one of those guys memes. Wearing the hentai hoodies. and a Confederate flag wrapped around it.
It's like a Confederate flag for his like bandana.
Your average Genshin Impact enjoyer, and it's that one picture of like fucking Prince Charles or whatever his name is, where his eyes are all sunken in. He's in the car and looks just like a fucking skeleton.
Prince Charles, what happened?
He fucking died too, like last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think his name was Prince Charles, or it was Prince Philip. It was like her husband, but like technically he's not king.
That's rough, buddy.
He was also a pedophile.
Any Britons in the chat? Whoa, James, whoa! He's royalty. There's no way you could be like that.
I know hold on. I know the current brother, like of the two Prince brothers.
Yeah.
The one that's firstly balding.
Yeah.
But is also still in England and part of the royal family, because the other one had to leave because his family was all racist towards his black wife.
What? He has a black wife. He's lost all my respect.
The one who left.
Said members of the royal family. You get my joke?
He lost your father's respect too.
Yeah, and my mother's respect. Most of my family members' respect, except my aunt. My aunt's not like that. She loves black people.
I didn't say your aunt.
Huh?
What? JD, you're going insane.
Oh, dude, it's just my dreams, dude. The angels in my dreams.
It's just the thin air.
It's just the magic, man. I think I'm losing my magic recently. I've been having some bad RNG in the gacha games and been spending a bit more money than I usually would. I'm up to like 400% of my spending budget. So,
are you aware of Jay Schlatt and like his whole thing with the queen and her death?
No. What did he say? He just makes fun of it or something?
No, he like back in like 2019, I think, or something. He had made a tweet saying like, in November of like 2022, the queen will die or something. Like that's what the original tweet said and stuff. And like everyone was just like counting down the days till November of 2022. And then,
everyone fails to mention the 70 tweets before that are like, oh, she's gonna die in June of 2022 and in April of 20.
No, it's literally just this one random tweet, but it's very funny because everyone just kept going. Anytime I hear something about the royal family, I think about what Schlatt said. But the day
Schlatt was right.
before the Queen was announced to die, which apparently she'd been dead technical day, but the day before she was announced to die, Jay Schlatt tweeted, "Flying home from the UK, I had so much fun."
Oh,
Because he went to his friend's wedding, and apparently at his friend's wedding,
no,
he
I don't
kept
believe it.
showing off.
There's
He kept
something else
showing off.
here, James. There's something
He
deeper
kept
here.
showing off his knife that he's very proud of. He kept showing it off to people like, "Yeah, you really like this knife, huh? Huh?" He kept waving it around.
That's a weird looking knife. Almost looks like one that could be used to kill royalty, you know?
Weird. It says royalty killer on the side.
Weird. It says I killed the queen on the side there. What's that supposed to mean?
And another clip of Jay Schlatt has emerged because he has a podcast with like Ted Navision, Slimesicle, and then they bring on like another random guest.
Yeah.
And they had one of the Dream SMP guys on there, Rambo, and like you know how they're all primarily British, right?
No, I don't keep up with them usually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it ended too. I don't think there is a Dream SMP anymore.
What Dream SMP ended?
Yeah, I think like it ended a while ago too.
Jeez, I guess all the good things come to an end, huh? You know me, James. I was a Dream SMP like stan. So
I was a Technoblade fan. I'm being genuine. That's not even a joke. I thought he was actually pretty entertaining, just on his own
really?
too.
I've never heard of him. The only time I've heard of him was the news.
When he died.
Yeah, when he died.
I just remember seeing a video one day pop on my feed. Like I'd watched some like compilations and stuff, and I just one day got a video on my feed that said, "I have cancer," and I'm like,
And then you started smiling and started laughing, pointing at him and be like, "Ha ha!" Like how you make fun of all those disabled and handicapped and diseased people.
I never did that.
I'm sorry, I got video evidence.
That's doctored.
Yeah.
You're that one guy from Dead Man Wonderland that made it look like the kid killed all his friends in the classroom.
Yeah. But unlike that show, everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't believe that at all. It makes zero sense, actually."
Yeah, that's actually impossible to edit. That's not real. But he had a podcast, and on it they were like, "Hey, it's all of us, and here's our friend Rambo." And Jay Schlatt went, "The guy who killed the queen." And then they all just started riffing on it, and Rambo like looked at the camera and he's like, "Yeah, I fucking killed her.
The guy who killed the queen."
We were like, "Yeah, I fucking did it."
That was me.
And this was filmed, I think, like a couple months ago.
Oh.
And immediately they were like, "Man, I can't wait for that to age very badly."
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
The queen's dead. Fucking ripperoni.
Wow, James. A person is dead and that's how you treat it?
Yeah.
Wow. I got it all on camera, dude. I got it all on camera. You're gonna get canceled.
A genuinely bad human being, but okay.
You're gonna get canceled, dude. I mean, you have all these misconceptions about people all the time, and they're completely wrong.
I do not think I
like
have a misconception about
Andrew Tate, and who else? What the Queen, what the royal family? I know you just hate people because they're rich, but you know, you're just jealous. But it's whatever.
I forgot to mention the one of the royal brothers, the one that still lives there.
Yeah.
A thing came out recently that exposed him for getting pegged by his wife.
Yeah, was that such a bad thing, James? You're gonna make fun of him for doing that too?
No, but it's just a very funny thing.
Now you're kink shaming, hot.
They're so judgy and like they're like, "You have a black wife, you cannot be part of this family anymore." And it's like, whatever your fucking name is.
I'm sorry, James. What royal family in Britain has had was black, James? I didn't think so.
A black royal family member. Oh, that's right. They kicked them out.
They're no longer a royal family anymore. Ex-royal family.
Or excommunicado.
Mm-hmm. Well, James, you said you wanted to talk about a lot about what was it? Uno?
Hour. Oh, I should really check see if that's still going too.
You have a 24-hour Uno?
I don't, but Rooster Teeth does.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they have it's still going.
Hmm.
So let's see. Yesterday they started it at like around 2, and like I think somewhere around like 12ish maybe they hit like their 24-hour mark or something. Jesus Christ, man, it's still going, but like some of them are like doing full 8-hour like shifts of playing Uno. Because
it's like their job to play this Uno game.
You know, literally they set it up so that for the company time, this is all overtime because it's going to be going through the weekend. Yeah. And they set it up in such a way that uh, if they like if this goes on so long, it will be cutting into the work days, and they are going to be okay with having to work through that because they're going to have a revolving cast of crew, like members coming on and off of it.
Well, you're gonna sub in for me to play this Uno game.
No, seriously, this is the current rotation is Armando from Funhouse, Alfredo from Achievement Hunter, Joe from Achievement Hunter, and Michael from Achievement Hunter.
Hmm.
Joe's one of the newer guys, but
Who's Joe? No.
uh,
Bow.
Joe is literally Jimmy Dango.
Is he?
I'm not joking when I say Joe is literally Jimmy Dango, but I think the best form of Jimmy Dango.
The best form.
The best form.
The good
Okay,
ending of Jimmy
not
Dango.
balding, not balding.
The good ending.
And more fitter.
More fitter.
More fitter. But yeah, that's who's playing right now, and they've had like so many different rotations, and like people are keeping track of who has whose hand because they're playing by the video game rules. Where it's
Yeah.
like when you place on a 7, you could take somebody else's hand, or when you place on a 0, everybody has to switch counterclockwise or whatever.
Oh, I see.
And they also have these big cards behind them that like dictate stuff. So once they reach like I think once they reach like hundreds like subs, or they like reached the top of the hour or something, I can't remember which one it was, they reveal one of the cards and that adds new stake to the game.
Oh, I see.
One of the really big ones was that they all got 50 cards immediately
Oh.
added to their decks. And they're also doing this thing where they stack all the cards like in a tower, and if you knock over the tower, you have to take all the cards
Oh, I see.
that are from the tower.
I need
So
to turn on my fan because I'm burning alive right now. So
I wish I could turn on my fan, but dude, it's fucking it's loud and clanky.
I mean, yeah, but you're over Discord. I don't know how well Discord will like mute it, but I'll just turn on my fan right now, and in post, I'll see if that actually adds a lot of sound. And if it does, then I won't do it anymore. But if it doesn't, then fuck you, audience, because most of you don't watch till this point anyway. Maybe I don't know. Actually,
I
checked.
do.
Do you, James?
Yes. I just turn it on my computer and I walk away.
Yeah.
No, I watch it. I watch it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
It's just a podcast that's been going on for a while. But
yeah,
I've actually do you want to say anything more about that Uno game, or?
They're currently at 14,151 subscribers.
Oh.
Or like subscriptions. I don't know how they're doing subs because it's not like on Twitch.
Is that on like Twitch or something?
No, it's on their main Rooster Teeth app, and I think it also might be streaming on YouTube.
Oh, I see.
But I don't know exactly how they're doing subs, but apparently every 100 subs, like they have to for like every 10 subs they have to add a card.
Oh.
To their deck. And
every single one of them?
And it's really good because like they're not
packs of Uno that they open to play this.
Dude, there's so many cards. They're having packs that are like as thick in my head. Like that's how big somebody's just one stack is. And like it's like they're all complaining when they have to switch decks because they're like, why don't you fucking organize it? Why did you stack it into multiple stacks? Why is it so fucking messy? No wonder it's taking so long. They're all giving each other shit, but they're like directly trying to fuck each other over. They are trying to finish the game. It's just that because
they are actually trying. Like, I thought they were like just faking it and like trying.
No, they're like finding ways to like speed it up where they'll have like because they're infinitely stacking like +2s or stuff. They'll just have something that they call I declare war, and it's just where everybody has to institute like a +2. Or else you get the brunt of it, and I've seen it go up past 100. They have so many decks open that they can go plus like 100 cards to your one deck.
Damn, the Uno game of the century.
Dude,
that's just a subathon, but Uno subathon.
It's literally called Uno Infinite.
Yeah.
Because
wow, what a fun game to play.
It's all stemmed from like years ago when they played the Uno on the Xbox and they accidentally queued it for like 30 rounds or something.
Yeah.
So they played it for like 2 hours straight till they ended it.
What? They didn't just be like, you know what, I quit.
No, they were like, okay, we'll just play this completion. It'll be funny. And then it was like, Jesus Christ, we have to finish it. We're too far in.
God damn it, Michael! You gotta put in the card. It's your turn.
Hurry up! Man who cannot be named.
I'm
Put
sorry
in the
for everyone
car.
who's not a Rooster Teeth fan or know about it all, but
It's funny though. There's some really funny moments in it and stuff. I can't wait to watch like somebody like cut it down because this is over 24 hours of pure footage.
Jesus.
And
Yeah,
then
you could do it. You could be the
it's like,
Rooster Teeth clip channel,
yeah,
a fan clip
I
channel, and
should I should take over that one guy that used to do it all the time and I think like just stopped out of nowhere.
hmm, yeah, guess work and life caught up to him. Maybe he died. Who knows?
Oh no. I before we go on though, I also do have one of those alcoholic Mountain Dews.
There's an alcoholic Mountain Dew.
There's an alcoholic Mountain Dew, and I wanted to tell you about it like a couple weeks ago, but I just kept forgetting to buy it from the store.
Oh, what, like, how strong is it?
Yeah, let's see what alcohol percentage. 5% alcohol.
Oh,
So that's like not even half of what a Voodoo Ranger is, which is like very known for being very alcoholic
oh, I see.
because it's like 10% and stuff.
Hmm. Well, okay. Well, I wanted to
It's
talk about
cherry flavored.
ugh, gross.
I like cherry.
Yeah, you like cherry Coke?
Yeah, I love cherry Coke.
What about Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I love Dr. Pepper.
You think they taste the same?
No,
Yeah.
no, I do not. I think those are. I think they taste very different, but people are like, save it. No,
Yeah, I'm one of those people who thinks it tastes the same.
that's because you're fucking wrong.
I mean, I literally drank it back to back when I was working at the movie theater, and it's exactly the same.
Ugh.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
also gross.
yeah,
I really don't like the flavor of that.
yeah.
What'd you do? You just take a drink of that?
Did I take a whiff? Imagine if that was my reaction from just the smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's things where you smell it and you just ugh.
I know that's my reaction with kimchi. I'm like, it tastes great, but man, that fucking smell is strong.
I haven't actually eaten kimchi.
You've never had? Oh, it's so good.
No, I have kimchi in my refrigerator. I just haven't eaten it.
You're just letting it ferment some more.
No, it just smells bad, so I don't eat. I just haven't eaten it.
I had it when I got Korean barbecue once. It was really good. Throwing it on the grill with like some pork and stuff. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like an acquired taste type of thing, but
I think it is because I've watched like a video of these people like they were like having their friends blind taste kimchi and it was like three of them really liked it because like they eat kimchi regularly and then one of them was like, "Is that fucking kimchi? Ugh, yeah, eh." Like he was fucking freaking out by it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
What
good.
do you want
So,
to talk about though? Sorry.
oh yeah, so you ever had this situation where you have a friend that you haven't talked to in a really long time, like two years plus, that you haven't seen them or talked to them, and then one day out of nowhere they contact you to hang out, and you just hang out with them as if that huge period of time never happened?
Yeah, you're my friend.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You don't have any friends. So anyway, that happened to be this week. So you know who William is, right? I think I've talked about him before.
We've talked about William, the original me.
The original you.
I've slowly morphed into him.
He's like you except half Asian, and that's it. Well, or if I guess if your
There's
coworkers,
no other distinction.
if your coworkers saw it, then they would think you were exactly like him.
Because apparently I squint my eyes too much. Which,
No, because your squinty eyes make you look
Christ.
Asian. So
man, I'm sorry, I forgot that was his exact wording.
yeah, he contacted me like this week, and we hung out together. And it's just a real bro, a real friend when you haven't talked to him in quite a long time, and they just treat it as if nothing happened, and you still hang out with them like not awkwardly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you don't understand it, but I'm pretty sure some people in the audience would
yeah,
probably understand
dude,
that.
you're like my father, who's like, you don't have any friends. Like, Dad, who do you
You
think?
it's like the one time you like take your keys out and you're going out of your house, and your dad's like, "Where are you going?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with I'm gonna go hang out with my friends." He's like, "What friends? What friends?" It's just Jordan Peterson. Friends? What friends?
What rules? What friends?
Yeah, and yeah, he's pretty. It was pretty great. Apparently it was his birthday. It was his birthday today. I hung out with him today, this morning.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was his birthday. Wished him happy birthday. He gave me a late birthday present for me, which is like.
Was it another Crystal Skull vodka?
No, it was $300 in the in the traditional Chinese gift bag, which is like the red envelope. So yeah, that was pretty nice. But you know, obviously I can't take that much money as just a gift. So I trolled him, and then his birthday was today, so I gave him a red bag with $300, $301.
You suck.
Yes, I one upped him by putting one more dollar in the gift that he gave me.
You just gave him everything back. You were like, $1.
No. It was better because he gave me some like he gave me like not new $100 bills, but I just what was it? I went to like the bank and got it made into new $100 bills. So I gave him new new $300, and then I took one of my shitty like $1 bills that I kept in my wallet for like 10 years, and then I gave him that too. And I disguised it by putting the $1 bill over the $300, so it looked like I just gave him $1.
That's great.
If you open up the envelope and just look into it, you'll see $1.
if you hold it and like you kind of just look at it from the side and like you see there's 4 pieces, you're like, oh, it gave me $4. Then you're just like, wait a minute, $300 just gave him.
So yeah, just a little trolling, and then he bought me Elden Ring because yeah, wanted to give me an actual gift, I guess.
Hey, you gonna be the next Let Me Solo Her?
Yeah, that's what I'll do for your birthday. Just give you the Crystal Head vodka back.
I'm expecting as much.
It's totally not rude or anything, but you know.
Yeah, it's just been sitting in my room.
Yeah, well, I'm never going to drink.
My mom doesn't approve it.
Says it gives her bad voodoo vibes, you know. It's stealing her magic, you know. So yeah.
Bad
also, I should. Vibes. Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure our YouTube channel is still up. I just never.
Touched... yours and Williams.
Yeah, mine and Williams.
I thought you were about to like break it to me that Gizmo works at like Golden.
No. So if you wanted to see like the prototype to Crapshoot, it's on that channel, which I won't tell you what the name is. You'll just have to find it on your own if you even care that much about it.
Search up JD and William.
Yeah, that won't give you anything.
you'll like have weird results, but you'll be like, I see.
You'll have weird results, but that's somewhere to start, I guess.
You'll be like, oh, it's.
I think it was called the Dropcast.
The Dropcast.
That's the only hint I'll give for it.
The Dropcasting.
Good luck finding it when it's called Dropcast.
Hold on, man. I gotta go drop a crapshoot.
Yeah. But I won't lie, dude. William's not he's not the best podcaster, but it was still pretty fun to do it.
Yeah, I guess.
Because he says a lot of words that YouTube might not like.
Oh.
A little bit of a middle school language. In fact, when I first saw him again, I thought he looked a little bit like an Andrew Tate enjoyer, actually. You know?
Was he shaved bald? He kind of like bit his jaw, like.
Not really.
Sucked his cheeks in. Kind of like walked with his shoulders more out pressed than they actually were.
No, he just has a lot of bad experiences. He just has a lot of bad experiences with women, like the rest of us, you know. So it's just how it is, James. Maybe it's to find his views on what women are like, but you know, I mean, if women are like that to you, and women are like that to me, and women are like that to William, I mean, might as well just be all of them. You know, I haven't seen one that hasn't been like that. James, if there was 1,000 women,
I was about to say it too. I was about to say there were 1,000 women. And I walk past all 1,000 of them, and they'll bite me.
Now he told me this really funny story. So he works downtown, and he works at one of the casinos, and he works at the pool as a I think a food deliverer or something. It's whoever works at the pool and delivers and like gives the food to all the people who order food at the pool.
Wow, that's like
whatever that job is.
That's such a niche thing.
Yeah, but apparently it pays really well.
Hyper specific.
It pays really well because each shift he makes like I guess the most he makes out of a shift is like $200 per shift.
I thought you were about to say, yeah, it pays pretty well. Eat shit. I thought you were about to say eat shit, and then you're like, eat shift.
Each shift, yeah. Yeah, each shift plays
Yeah.
pretty well. It's like $200 most. Uh, but yeah, he told me some really funny stories out of there because you know how downtown is with the type of people who go to those pools and order those exorbitant uh prices of
Yeah.
food, right?
Yeah.
So one day, one day he was working a shift, and somebody walks in to the pool, and he immediately notices it because this person
Andrew Tate.
this person had two women on leashes at the pool. Yeah. And I was like, I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, it was pretty funny. I asked to take pictures, so that he showed me on his phone these two pictures. He took two pictures.
Please tell me he texted them to you.
No, I didn't. I didn't ask for them. I don't have them. But you just have to trust my word for it. He has two pictures. One of them is like the dude who has the leashes posing in front of like the fountain, and he's got the two women next to each other wearing the leashes. Like he's holding the leashes in that picture.
Are they like just walking and have the
Are they
leashes on?
are they family friendly women? I maybe
No,
not.
hold on. Are they walking around on 2 feet or are they on all fours, JD? Because this is very.
I didn't ask him whether or not they walked around on two or
No, I
four
meant
feet.
in the picture, which was like
They were sitting down in the picture.
were,
All of them were
oh
sitting down.
no,
All of them were sitting down.
that means it could be any of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he would. My friend would. He like Willie would tell me if they were walking on 2 feet or not. Right. I think the default is they walk on 2 feet, because if they didn't, then I'm pretty sure he would say something like, "Oh yeah, they were walking on all fours." Right. James.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that was one of the pictures, and then the second picture you showed me was him posing with the two women there
Oh
in the
no!
in the picture.
The guy that took the picture.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny because he's standing there like wide smile with his like bright orange pool uniform shirt, and there's just two women there like scantily clad.
What did the guy look like in the pictures?
He looked a little bit. Oh man, if there's a person that I can like kind of
Andrew
make him
Tate's
similar to.
brother.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't look like Andrew Tate. He looks like
his brother.
he would look like James Franco with facial hair. That's kind of like what he looks like.
Oh
He's
my god!
kind
It
of
might
like
have been
skinny.
James Franco.
I'd say he's like kind of skinny fit. He's not like Andrew Tate where he's like kind of buff. But yeah, he's like skinny, kind of fit. That's about it.
Sounds like you're just describing.
He has like
James
a goatee.
Franco.
He has like a
That's
goatee
James
and
Franco.
semi medium long length hair, I guess.
I want to look up James
Brown hair.
on like social media and see if I can find any current photos of him and how close of a description that is.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look like James Franco, like the facial feature wise, but his like outfit and like facial hair look kind of looks like it.
I love all these fake official James Franco accounts.
But yeah, that's a dude. His workplace is super interesting to listen to. He was telling me all about it. So that was one of the events that he lived through, and then there's this thing in the casino where the pool food deliverers have to interact with the casino waitresses to like deliver drinks and food and stuff. And my friend says he hates all of the waitresses there because they're like they're terrible workers and they're extremely rude. Which is probably, is it a result of them being constantly harassed all the time in their job? I don't know.
Probably.
But maybe. But does that give them an excuse to be like a dick to William who's done nothing wrong?
Yes.
Also no. So James, dude, you're
Absolutely.
a simp.
Definitely.
I'm starting to realize it, dude. You're a simp. You're an Andrew Tate hater just because you're jealous about how successful he is.
JD, I'm just evolved.
Is that what they call it now?
I'm above you weak moralists.
You're the moralist that Jordan Peterson was talking about, huh?
I am Jordan Peterson's worst nightmare. When he goes to sleep, he wishes he wouldn't dream of me.
Yeah, he was talking about this one particular waitress that every shift she like drinks until she blacks out,
Fucking Christ,
and
man.
is also one of the worst workers. And what was it? And is like one of the rudest people to everyone.
I think that person just might have a problem and need help.
No, I think they're completely fine. You know, she's an adult. She's a strong, independent woman. She can solve her problems on her own.
That
Okay,
doesn't mean
James.
anything.
James, do you want to go over there and hold her hand through everything? That's what I thought. So
You didn't let me
wake
answer.
up, woke moralists.
You didn't even give me the second answer. You continued the sentence.
Wake up.
You continued the sentence without any hesitation.
Wake up.
You want to go over there, Hunter? That's what I thought.
Wake up, woke moralist. We'll see who cancels who. But yeah, his work is pretty wild too. Apparently, you guys just have the wildest workplaces, and I just worked at the lamest thing ever.
I mean, yeah, man.
The most like normal PC workplace.
Look at this nerd.
Yeah, and I had no experiences like that, so.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's just because we kind of just work with like just the greatest people, just you know, some real great people,
Real class
you know?
acts.
Yeah, just some real good fucking bunch, you know.
Just some role models, some law-abiding citizens.
So what if they just, you know?
So what if the dude is hauling some women around on leashes? Like it's all consensual. I mean, I do it all the time too. I mean, I gotta walk my bitches too, you know.
I have to ask, was it?
What?
Was it?
I like to take a pic. As I say to the dude.
I learned that's from a fucking Matthew McConaughey commercial. Where
you told me that.
Okay, I was gonna say like he says the words, "I want to take a pic of Cardi B," and it's just so horrible when you like just. Why does he say it like that?
You gotta look at him and wonder what is going on in his head. I want to take a pic. Cardi B. Matthew McConaughey would seem like the kind of guy who would go to that casino pool. Also, I don't know if you know this, but that particular pool has been in like a really popular YouTube video about architecture and how not to build things. You know why, James?
Why?
It's because you know how those large casino buildings are highly reflective.
Oh no!
So what happens? And they're a curved building. They're a curved building, right?
I know where this goes.
A curved reflective building in a very sunny, hot area. Very sunny. You know what happens when you take a curved reflective surface and then shine really bright sunlight on it, right?
Melted cars.
No, not cars. People, Jays. at the pool. So what happens in summer, or I guess any time of the year really, is that there's like this death ray that gets spawned at a certain time of day because of the building's reflectiveness, because the people who designed it were complete assholes. What happened was these
people that designed it were a bunch of woke moralists.
Yeah, the woke moralists designed this building, and they so this like death ray like moves around this pool, and if you were in it, you get like burned. It becomes like super hot, and you get like actually like burned, or your skin gets burned. No, it doesn't. It's not hot enough to cut. It's just hot enough to burn you. Give you some burns. But yeah, so that also happens at the pool. And I kind of feel bad for his work environment since he has to stay out in the sun for like 8 hours a day.
I say they should burn more.
That'd be like the perfect job for you, James. Staying out in the sun for like standing out there for 6-8 hours.
Look at that skin. Perfect for the sun.
Yeah, your skin has plenty of melatonin to resist that. So
here, hold on. Let me change colors real quick. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Da-na-na-na-na.
What is this? It's just like the rest of me is just like Irish pale. Like, what happened?
Yeah,
What mutated on me?
you got some bad tan lines on you, but I mean, even though it looks
Man,
ugly as hell and it makes me want to not be your friend anymore. I mean, I respect it. Oh yeah, and I also should mention that this particular friend is his mother is quite well off, so we get to go out and splurge on fancy restaurants whenever he takes when we hang out and eat. So that's always a bonus too. I completely forgot about that uh when I stopped talking to him a long time ago. But you know, it's just a
your
bonus. And
friend
maybe
sounds
it's
like a
one of the
woke
reasons.
moralist.
You know, if he was like an Andrew Tate type of dude, I could see it. You know,
Oh, it
rich,
sounds incredibly believable.
attractive. You know,
Born rich.
always around the right type of women for that kind of person.
Always seeing just incredible power, like not powers, examples of other rich people and how they act.
Yeah, I think he would have been like that, but he's a lot like you
Put a
actually.
woman on a leash.
He's a lot like you actually in the fact that he doesn't have that many friends he hangs out with. In fact, I don't think he hangs out with any friends except me actually. And he was like that back in the day too. So, you know.
It may surprise you, JD,
Yeah,
but I have a life outside of you.
I know. I'm just saying, James. I know you got like a bunch of
No,
friends that you have to
JD.
talk to outside
No.
of the podcast,
No.
and
I need you to know. I don't need you.
I know you
You
have a
need
life outside of the
me.
podcast and
You
B.
need me.
And I know that you quite enjoy your life outside the podcast, especially at work and wherever else you go. So there you go, James.
I went to dinner with my dad today.
Yeah,
And I was
that
like,
must have been nice.
I was telling him and stuff, and like I don't know why, but I just suddenly started opening up. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not a biggest fan of like my coworkers and my brother. And he's like, why don't you like your brother? I'm like, he's
He
not
doesn't question you
good.
about the coworkers.
Yeah, he doesn't just like question me about that. He's just like, well, why don't you like your brother? It's like I think we both know why. Like we shouldn't.
It's family, James. We're all family. Have you ever seen
Yeah,
Fast and Furious?
that's not a real family though.
Family,
There's only
family,
two people in there that are
family,
blood related,
family.
and
It's just
they
the
are
Dark
never
Souls boss music playing, and like the bunch of Vin Diesel
family.
cosplayers sitting there and be like, family,
Family,
family.
family.
Da da da
Let me
da
solo.
da
And
da
Diesel,
da.
and Diesel puts on the hat and everything and just comes out shirtless. He's the IRL. Let me solo her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What'd your father say about the whole brother thing? You just left it there, or
Yeah, well, I was trying to tell him about it. Like, yeah, I don't like my brother. He's like a bad coworker. He's just a kind of shitty person. He doesn't do anything. My dad's like, just like complete ignorant. Just like,
yeah. Well,
mhm.
sorry,
Like,
I'm getting this article
no,
about
no.
about Riverdale.
Did I send you the TikTok about Riverdale explaining how fucking insane it was?
Yeah, you sent me the thing explaining the finale of it, I think, and it was like a
Yeah.
2 minute long TikTok.
It's so long, but it's literally like my madness put to words.
Yeah, you were like, oh yeah, so the whole crew
Watched-
finally sealed the dimensional rift that
I
opened up
watched
over
that
the
episode
south part of the
too. I
opened up
watched
over the south part of the town. And after they sealed it, then they had to go and seal away all the shapeshifters that managed to squeeze out through that dimensional crack in the rift.
They had to go over to the world of Rivervale
Yeah.
and find the underworld Jughead and
Yeah, and then this
talk to him,
childhood
he's
friend
like,
who's a time traveler finally managed to get out of the time void and cross back into the future. But he landed a
oh
little
yeah,
bit too early, so so it was actually him that actually created the dimensional rift. And
forgot about that.
I'm making stuff up, James. I don't remember what the finale was.
There's a time traveling lady, and I completely forgot about her
Is there?
existence until you said that. Yeah, there's this time traveling lady who's like trying to time travel, and she's like,
The
she keeps
fuck?
getting sent back to like I think the day Martin Luther King dies,
What
and
the hell?
it's supposed to be poetic, but it's more like tone deaf, and it's just so hard to watch.
It's poetic.
Because it's so badly done because it's a fucking CW Riverdale.
What? Badly done. Riverdale.
Sorry, child. This bus ain't moving. No, you don't understand. I have to get to that city. I have to save Martin Luther King. Save him? but he's just fine. The day of his death.
Who? Who's Martin Luther King?
Oh,
Well, that's yeah, that's pretty crazy.
yeah, I was just telling my dad about my brother. Sorry, I
Yeah.
realized we got off on this tangent because we said Riverdale for 1 second. But yeah, I was telling my brother, like, yeah, he's not a good coworker. He's just a really shitty person. He doesn't do anything. It's just, nah. It's like, yeah. No,
No,
yeah.
James, I think you're just projecting and
I think he did say that the other day too, and I'm like, I'm not.
Are you sure, James? How can you? I think you're just, I learned this term in my computer science class of all places. You ever heard of cognitive dissonance?
You shut the fuck up.
It's a phenomenon where where one person believes in their thoughts so much that they fail to see the reality of the situation. And you know what, James? I think you fit into that definition.
He's so caught up in his
Ever
own brain. He can't tell the difference between reality and
Sometimes you
what's
have
in
to
his
think,
mind.
what is going on inside his head?
It's me spinning around T-posing like a fucking spinning around in a circle, just down, but it's like a locked off camera, so it's just like staying with me the whole time.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, James. Well, it's good to know that nobody thinks that you're right, so you must be right.
I I have more guns.
More guns.
More guns.
How
Lots of
interesting are these guns?
This one is a pistol, but it shoots rifle rounds in the real world. It's like this weird pistol. I don't know why, or like who would actually have this,
I
but it's
have
this
that
little.
in my dreams.
Like it normally looks like this, and I thought it was just like a little shitty shotgun thing, but no, it's actually just like this really dumb looking gun that's like perfect for
Pistol
the
with a
sort of aesthetic that I'm
magazine and an
doing.
extended barrel.
The
James,
both sides
you're gonna have to
was nine
describe what these
millimeter.
guns look like because we're not a video
So
podcast.
it kind of looks like one of those airsoft pump shotguns that have. Oh, I nearly just walked over the fucking alcohol. My microphone is being held down by my computer, so it
Is it
doesn't
a
like move
crapshoot
around.
episode if you don't spill alcohol on yourself?
And if I don't hit the microphone,
Can you really
uh,
call it a crapshoot episode?
but yeah, it may it looks like one of those pump shotgun airsoft guns that you can find that have like the magazine, but it's extended downward and it looks more hollowed out on the barrel. And there's no
Yeah.
pump, there's just a slide on the side, like this little bolt that you pull back and everything. But in real life, it's like a carbine, like not a carbine, but like an AR pistol. So it's like it's just a really shitty gun normally, just like in real life. But it kind of fits the aesthetic I'm going for, and it's a
Yeah.
left-handed gun, which is perfect for like this narrative I've got going.
Oh, I see.
I also got this. Uh, a gun just fell over. This M16 airsoft gun.
Yeah. Wait, are
This
you
is
gonna describe guns that you showed like last time? Because
no,
I
this
don't
is a
remember
new
what the
one.
last time you.
This is a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just now have two of them though. Is the thing.
Oh,
Uh,
so it's
this is like a
okay.
really cheap one though, which has like a screw-on silencer because I accidentally broke the other barrel, which I'm gonna have to glue back together.
Uh huh.
Uh, and it actually has a pretty nice weight to it, and it's just gonna be like one of the miscellaneous starter guns that the characters have. It also comes with a light on it, which will be perfect, but it's like also a shitty light, so it's perfect. Like it just
Ooh.
needs to be there for visuals of a person like waving over the camera with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a hand, like the carrying thing that M4s and M16s normally have. But I took it off and put it onto another gun and then attached a rear iron sight onto it. So now it kind of has a look I prefer more. Problem with it though is that the front part is super wobbly because it's not exactly connected to the gun. So I have to
Yeah.
use this slide cover to kind of keep it stabler. But it also has like now this weird whip look on the top.
Hmm.
Uh, and I put that carrying handle onto one of the guns from last time that resembled the Vector, but like it had a more M4 like design.
Mm-hmm.
And now it has the carrying handle on it. And it kind of has that mixture of like sci-fi and like kind of modern gun look that I really liked. Was going for. So now it looks like this.
Yeah.
Basically just a Vector M4 with a carrying handle.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, the last two new ones that I got because by the way, I ordered all these when we talked last time. They just didn't arrive till after. That's the only reason I'm talking about them now.
Yeah.
Is this Beretta fucking something? It's a very cheap pump action clear gun, but it's a World War II design that I really liked and I thought fit for like a sort of like what the Combine soldiers would be using before they move into what they use in like Half-Life 2 and other games.
Hmm.
So this is like a version of it they'll have just with like some modifications. And then lastly, and like the one I've been playing with the most, the Spaz 12 shotgun
Ah, you got a shotgun now.
with extended barrel. So now it's like the length of a full fucking rifle. This thing is so
It looks like a
obscene to
Payday
just
2 modified weapon, dude.
it's well, it's like I got this version very specifically because in the Half-Life games, this is the one that they use. They don't use like the one that has the actual normal barrel length, which like is cut down right here where this little ring thing is.
Yeah.
Like it's this is where it's normally at, and this is an extended one.
Hmm.
But that's because in the game, both these barrels shoot instead of it being like in real life where this bottom barrel holds the shells and then
Yeah.
cycles up into this top barrel,
Just a game,
which
man, you know? Life is just a game.
fuck you, man. This is real. This is real life.
A
But by
real
the
life
way,
game.
in Halo, the shotguns are actually top loading, where you load it into the top and you shoot at the bottom. That's just
Oh.
a little
It's
factoid I
just a
really like.
futuristic thing, you know? They do that in the future.
Yeah, it is, and it's like there is a kind of real life version of that, but it's like known to be unreliable and very shitty.
They just haven't figured it out yet.
But I really like this one because it like it's loud, but like the pump feels really nice. It's like a metal and polymer mix, so it's like not full just plastic, which is, the other one was. And also, it does do real, like not actual shells, but it does load a shell
Yeah.
into it that in airsoft, that shell holds 30 BBs, and this is a tri shot, so it shoots three BBs at once. So you get 10 shots out of this in a
Oh.
normal game, which is pretty good. Just carry around a bunch of shells and like you're pretty good. People I saw when I was watching reviews for it, a lot of people just kept saying, "Yeah, the pump is really hard," and I think it's just because like they were all like not like super used to having pump like shotguns or something.
Yeah, dude, everything's about the semi-automatic magazine stuff now. Pump shotgun's
Yeah,
old
like
school.
they're all like skinny like
You're just a
kids and like
boomer,
teenagers
dude.
and stuff. So it's like, oh yeah, they're having trouble because like they're not used to like having to like put the effort into like the pumping for it.
Hey man, when
Yeah, it
your
was
arms are smaller than the average arm of a female human, then yeah,
yeah, it's just because
sometimes
I'm
you
a
just have
bison of a man.
a bison of a man.
Bison.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know. But
I've never
call
played a
me
Street
M
Fighter game.
Bison. Oh, we should watch the movie.
You
Both
can
of them.
add it to the list, James. That is still going on.
Both of them.
Yeah. I should tell you that my mother does like William, so
Yeah, because William is straight, probably.
yes. He is straight,
Because
not
William's
he is straight,
is William's
Asian,
straight and probably
semi-Asian.
misogynistic.
He's half Asian. He's half Asian
Well,
and
listen, JD,
yeah.
just tell your parents so am I, according to my coworkers.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work. I'm pretty sure their view of you has been completely destroyed from that last present, so there's
Get
no coming
back.
back from that.
I'm gonna show up outside your house with this.
They'll call the cops on you, dude.
I'd like to see you try.
Don't try it, please, James. God damn.
Time to go goodwill hunting.
Uh,
Where's he at? Where's the son of a bitch?
better call Saul.
Bam.
James, I should say this right now, but I'm playing Lost Ark while we're talking right now.
I can
and
tell because of how uninterested you sounded.
I'm more like spacing out. But I just got into a match. This guy's name is Big Mommy Milkers. So continue
Hell
what
yeah,
you were saying.
brother. Yeah, this shotgun's gonna be used a lot.
Hmm.
It's gonna belong to one of the characters.
How far
Me
have
and
you,
me.
or how much of the project have you finished already? You just set everything up, or
I'm getting the guns and like costume pieces. I have a helmet. I've got to buy a new gas mask because the original one I have broke. So I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I'm gonna have to buy like four more of those as well for the other characters that have them.
hmm.
I've
You know
got
what?
the
Mother did say
vest.
you shouldn't spend your money on some weird shit, is what she said. And you know
Yeah,
what? I'm
my
starting to see it. Gas
my.
mask, guns.
Yeah, I'm the gang members from
Are these
Chappie.
normal purchases, James?
I'm the gang members from Chappie.
Yeah.
Oi, Chappie, it's me, man from music. Oi, Chappie.
My favorite person in Chappie, Hugh Jackman.
No, this isn't a Hugh Jackman impression. It's whatever that music group that was in it is that kidnapped Chappie, and they're like, "Oi, Chappie, we do crime now. We do crime." And she was like,
we're cr-
Chappie, do crime. Chappie, do
we're
crime.
criming, man.
We're crime boys, Chappie."
This is how crime
Sorry, I
boys
woke my
talk.
cat up. It's this crime. Is this how crime boys talk?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Crime boys.
Crime boys.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, this is going to be used by one of the main characters and then repeatedly throughout it.
Hmm.
I'm tempted to give this to your character
Yeah.
because I'm like, man, I really want to get Nick's like, because in the script I have it written that Nick has this PDW I have, but I
Hmm.
kind of want to give that to Adam's character because he's a sniper and like he says something, but it's just going to be weird if Adam has like a giant sniper rifle and then also a huge ass shotgun. So it's like alternating between the two, like it's a fucking Resident Evil game.
16 times the shells.
16 times the ammo consumption, 0 times the actual hitting. Likelihood to hit, even less.
God damn.
Yeah. Fun fact about the Spaz shotgun and airsoft. There were only a certain number of them that were made with the stock, especially the stock that had the shepherd's crook on it, where it's like you just have it like hooked onto your arm, so you can just like kind of one arm it.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point where it's like you can just support it with one arm and shoot. Also, fun fact: my dad apparently used to own a Spaz shotgun that had that, and it was like, I
Like a
fucking
real
love
spaz
that gun,
shotgun?
a real Spaz shotgun.
Huh.
And he had the version that had the semi and automatic. So I guess that's not just a video game thing where it's like, like that's a real thing.
Well, they gotta base the gun off somewhere,
Yeah, but like
Unless it's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
if you watch like the firearms expert guy like watch like play any video game like do the stuff for it, he's like, this is just complete bullshit. I'm gonna be honest.
What, does any
Uh,
firearm expert sound like that, James?
yeah, firearms expert on YouTube for GameSpot at the Royal British Museum
GameSpot,
of
the
Artillery and
GameSpot,
Weapons.
James?
The
Really?
GameSpot doing a
Wow, never
firearm.
mind, dude. I was completely wrong then.
Yeah, man, dude, I've been obsessed with his videos. I watch all of them, and he's like, "All right, okay, so I'm gonna pause it here. That's bullshit." That's my favorite thing is when he just goes, "All right, I'm gonna pause it. That's completely unreal. No, not possible. This gun does not exist."
Wow, this gun doesn't exist, huh? What game was he reviewing? Destiny?
Rainbow Six Siege. Oh, they've had him do Destiny. He's like, a really cool concept. Again, this is not based on a real gun.
Completely
I have no
unrealistic.
completely unrealistic, not based on a real gun.
Where's the
I have
lamb
no-
sauce?
I cannot accurately judge this gun as it is an alien laser rifle. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I like it when he kept reviewing Halo and he's like, immaculate design. Firstly, I don't know how a needler works. Needlers aren't real. I don't know how the
Wow.
bullets go in from the shards. Makes no sense to me. Immaculate.
Immaculate.
No, his videos are great. I've been binging them because I'm also like trying to get into like obscure guns from video games that have like airsoft variants for like this sort of certain project.
Yeah, he sounds pretty
Uh,
funny. He sounds like a funny guy. A
I
goofy
learned
guy.
from him. I learned that Ethan's sniper rifle in Resident Evil 8 is a real gun, which
Yeah.
is insane because it looks so fucking bullshit. It doesn't like look. It looks. It genuinely doesn't look like a real gun, but apparently it's like the standard issue French sniper rifle.
What? A French sniper rifle?
It's a French sniper rifle.
Wee
It's like
wee.
standard issue for the military. Like if you're a marksman, that's what you use.
The
Up
Wee
until
Wee Model
recently, it's
7.
been changed. It's so bullshit looking though. It looks not real.
Dude,
It's
Resident Evil 8's on sale right now. I was thinking of getting and actually playing through the game so I can see someone that I know, me, actually finish that game, you know?
what, are you waiting for William to finish it?
It's just like, now that I bring William up, it's just
Yeah,
like the
just
jealousy arc.
jealous.
Yeah. The jealousy arc where it's just the
My new
big arc. Like,
character has been revealed. Jealousy.
you know, I'm just like making fun of you, like, you're like, oh yeah, James, when are you gonna finish this short film? Huh? And you're like, oh, maybe William will finish this short film for me.
When you finish any short films? Didn't think so.
Is this just
William,
like a?
does William own a Spaz 12 shotgun?
Was this just like a hobby thing, or was this like actually? Is there like a time limit? No, I mean the short film thing that you're doing.
It's just something I'm doing any chance I can get, honestly.
Yeah,
Because
so it is a hobby thing.
yeah, I guess we can call it that. I don't have time for like.
Yeah, I know, Jay. It's projecting
It
or
really
whatever.
started
No
because
time.
at work I wanted something to listen to that wasn't just like a normal podcast and stuff, and I found all these Hunt Down the Freeman videos, and I've been really obsessed with the story of Hunt Down the Freeman ever since I first learned it. And like when we played it, I got even more like into it.
I was surprised at how many people are like diehard fans of Hunt Down the Freeman, not because it's a good game, but just
It's
just
so,
to fantasize on what it could have been.
but it's also this. It's the story of how it was made, and the fact that it exists and where it exists is just so insane because it's technically had its blessing from Valve, the people that created Half-Life.
Hmm.
It by them allowing it to be sold on their store because like they have a very specific process for Half-Life fan games that like Hunt Down the Freeman broke basically because they were like ever since it they were like yeah it's going to be much more strict, we're going to be like very tedious about like who we allow to make fan games now.
What? What do you mean? Hunt Down the Freeman was a fucking. It was great to play.
It was just but it was like such, it's not even like the bad gaming experience, it's like the story of how it was made and how it was robbed from people essentially. Like
I see.
people still haven't been paid that worked on it. Like Birkin just straight up stole their fucking money as well as like the fans' money and ran to Activision, which is
Big
fucking
Brother
hilarious.
Activision, help me. They've been bullying me.
Activision,
They've been saying I've
it's
been embezzling all their money, but only a
don't
little
worry,
bit.
don't worry, little Birkin. We've been embezzling money too.
Don't worry, Birkin. You'll fit right in here.
You're one
In
of
this
us
place.
already.
You're with like-minded people now.
It's just a bunch of Birkins.
Yeah.
All
They all and they
Swedish.
all look like Adam. All look like Todd Howard.
16 times the detail.
Hey, welcome, Birkin.
Adam's looking down the scope. Immaculate. 16 times the detail I can
Immaculate
see.
design. I don't think this is a really realistic model, but
Unrealistic. Immaculate design. Unrealistic though. There's not a real gun based like this.
I can't say anything about it because there's no real gun based on this.
It's but yeah, this just started because like I was very obsessed with the idea. I found a video and then like I've always been like, what could the story have been? Because I thought it could have been really great.
Yeah. Well,
I,
you know, I can't wait to see it actually happen. And, you know, there's a first time
Yeah.
for everything. So even though a lot of other projects you said you were going to do has failed, I'm actually hoping this one sticks through.
Well, so am I because the other ones, again, I just got burnt out with them. But this one, I have the passion. It's just a matter of time is the problem.
You're always, you've only got time in a bottle, dude, you know?
Never seems to be enough time to do
There
the
never
things I
seems
want
to
to
be
do.
enough time to do the things that you want to do. Oh,
Just being
shit.
thrown through the air by Quicksilver. Just
Yeah. When you're being rushed through in hyperspeed and all your insides implode on each other because your body can't handle the G forces.
dude, fucking the boys should do that next season.
Have A-Train try to do the same thing, but he just kills
Yeah,
everyone.
A-Train tries to save somebody, but he just kills them because he ran too fast.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's like that meme of A-Train on TikTok where he's like He's like doing that thing where he's making faces at the camera, doing a selfie, and then the subtext is "I just ran through a girl."
I love, dude, I love all the videos that are like a perfectly happy couple just minding their own business, and then it cuts to like a little thing that's like POV, you see me, and it's just like a clip of A Train just like standing there like, oh, like arms crossed and everything, just like this because he's about to fucking kill one of them.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
Ah,
He's a good guy though.
yeah, he killed one racist,
Yeah.
and
Might have
then
killed an innocent person, but you know,
several.
several, but you know, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
he might have OD'd his girlfriend and then blamed Huey for it, despite it being his own fault. But you know, he killed that racist
Mistakes.
guy
Everyone makes
once,
mistakes, James.
and then he let Homelander just continue on after again killing another black person.
They're just humans. Oh, what was he gonna do to Homelander, huh? Stop him? He was gonna stop Homelander,
Yes.
James?
Yeah, JD, we've both seen Invincible. We know it's possible.
We know what? It's possible?
We know what he can do with that super speed.
Yeah, well, get absolutely wrecked.
Listen, he was handling him so far until again Omni-Man was like, okay, now I'm going to start following where you're
Until
going.
Omni-Man was like, here, let me sit with my gaming chair real quick.
Until Omni-Man went, bow, bow, down. Yeah, I just can't. There's just a lot of stuff in time.
Sure.
Always seems to be a problem.
Yeah.
But I've accidentally used up all of the free time I had for the writing app that I was using. So now I have to purely use it through the window form, and it kicks me out of it every now and then if I'm not like active on it.
Just buy the subscription to the service or whatever, right?
It's like $30 a month.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
It is something though. That's a lot of money even for like a month.
Not for William.
I bet William could, huh? Oh man, I should get William to finance my movie.
Invest in your short film. It's gonna end up like Everglade from China in China, where it's like, yeah, invest in my shit, and then like a year later, it's like, how's the progress been going? It's like, oh, I've just been reinvesting that money into more ideas and creativity. We're really getting the workflow in. We've got the plot storyline down to a T. It's like, and it was like,
Yeah,
I need materialistic things, like how much have you recorded? It's like, well, it takes time to do these kinds of things.
What is recording?
Define recording.
Define, have I casted anybody?
Define, is this possible?
Define unrealistic gun. Have you seen any of the Disney stuff that they just put out today?
Is there new Disney stuff?
Yeah, they had their D23 conference where they're like, hey, it's us Disney. We have our own conference. Look at our shit. And it's
I do not keep up with Disney or anything like that.
I didn't know it was even happening. My brother just texted me. He's like, the trailer for all this stuff came out. And then I watched it. I'm like, I felt genuinely like unhappy by one of them.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be their like horror movie Werewolf by Night thing where it's like,
oh, Disney horror movie. Say no more, James.
we all saw how New Mutants turned out.
I didn't see how it turned out, but I heard how it turned out from you.
Yeah, you heard how it turned out from us. It was
you say a lot of things, so I don't know.
But yeah, it's their attempt at a horror movie inside the Marvel universe, and it just looks so fucking lame. It, like the way the trailer was cut together is it has like a bunch of freeze frames on certain shots of a person reacting to something, which yeah, I get what it's going for. It's just they're not doing a very great job at it. Like, God, the fucking story. I don't give a shit about this random group of like hunters trying to figure out which one of them is a werewolf.
You don't give a shit about women. Oh my
and they
god,
also show
dude.
who the werewolf is in the trailer, so it's like, cool. Why should I give a shit? And it's like, it's just
it's not a mystery, James. It's just a horror. It's not a mystery. It's a horror.
I know, but then it's also in black and white, and it just looks so fucking pretentious.
Come on, black and white films are amazing, James. They're like 30% better to make a black and white
film. Black and white films can be great. There's a lot of good ones that are modern and made in black and white, but this one isn't even trying to like be good. It's just
Like,
like,
dude, I watched Logan in black and white. And it was pretty good.
yeah, that's because that's a movie that can do good in black and white because it's a good movie on its own, anyways.
Nah, nonsense, James. It was like
There needs
50% better.
there needs to be movie for it to be good. You
Nah,
can't just
nah,
make
no,
it
no, no.
black and white
It's
and just
black and
be.
white first, and then movie, and then
You
maybe you put it
can't.
into a 4:3 aspect to make
Can
it
you away
different from
with
the
this?
original. Maybe make it into a 4:3 aspect ratio into original, and then drop the color palette so low it might as well be black and white. And there
They
you go. That's a non-pretentious movie right there.
Hey, wait a second. Are you
Wait a
talking about
minute.
Zack Snyder's Justice League in black and white?
What? Who? I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Uh, they changed the like color fucking grading of the Black Adam movie with the newest trailer they put out,
Yeah,
which they
is it
put
like
out
more
on the day
colorful
the
or less colorful
they
now?
put it out on the day the Queen fucking died. By the way,
Ah, that's an excellent marketing strategy. Everyone's searching
and
up
they
on.
still labeled it "The hierarchy will change."
See, like it's a genius strategy. Actually, people will be
It's so
typing in
fucking
will the royal hierarchy change?" And then that video will pop up instead, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's this? Black Adam?
No, it's
Cool."
fucking great because like they put out the third season of that Harley Quinn animated show, and the first episode has Harley Quinn kidnap and fucking murder the Queen of England. And that was
Why
only
does
a couple
everyone
weeks
hate the
ago.
Queen of England? What's going
She
on?
fucking blows.
What?
Blows me.
What? James, I thought you didn't turn that way. The Queen can make you turn anyway.
Listen, man, when it's the Queen, you can't tell the difference. Um,
Yeah, the Queen fucks.
no. The Queen's dead. The
Queen
Queen's
kinda
fucking dead.
Queen.
They put out a trailer for the fucking Secret Invasion movie, which is
Mhm.
like, it's the plot of Captain Marvel continued. And it's like, oh, this
Wow,
actually doesn't look too
the
bad.
most famous movie in all of the Marvel, the most
Definitely not,
well liked movie in all the movie in
definitely
all of the
not
Marvel's
objectively
universe.
one of the worst written ones. But if you don't like it, people label you a fucking woman hater for some reason.
Well, James, they're not wrong, but you're not a woman hater just because
I
you don't
mean,
like the
they are
movie.
wrong though. I mean, a lot of people who are woman haters don't like the movie, but the movie just doesn't work. It's not good.
Hey! I can dislike the movie, and they'll call me a woman hater, and I could be an
And
actual woman hater, and they'll call me a woman hater,
Ew.
and then
I can be a woman hater who hates the movie, but it's not because there's a woman in it.
yeah, it's not because there's a woman in it. You know, it could be one of the reasons, but
Because the amount
also
of
it's a bad movie.
it's because the amount of property damage she commits. Let's get down the brass tacks.
Dude,
She
it's property.
destroys that
There's a ton of
blockbuster
property
Radio
damage in like
Shack.
every single movie, but
There is.
it's like
Like,
it's like
there's
semi-necessary property damage. You know, it's like
there's
it's property
something so
damage where the
necessary about her.
you fighting a monster, it's gonna get damaged. But in Captain Marvel, she's just like, I feel like I'm gonna break this, and it's gonna be broken.
It really kind of is though. It's like
There is no reason for me to break this.
She crashes into the blockbuster, and then like I think she blows up like one of the windows or like a stand just randomly.
Just
She
to leave the
shoots it,
blockbuster?
and then she leaves it, and then she walks over to a Radio Shack, breaks into it, like blows a hole, steals shit, destroys.
Well,
a
you have to
fucking
understand, James.
phone
At this
booth.
point, she's not the likable protagonist yet because she's a Kree soldier, right?
Still waiting
So-
for her to be. All these movies later.
Come on now, they tried.
She fucking.
Didn't you see
she
him
just-
try to line her up in Endgame? I think when she was on the projector monitor and gave her a couple quirky things like, "Oh, you know, I got this thing to do. Haha, see ya."
That was Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that one.
She,
Come
I
on, where you don't
learned-
like her
I
now?
like-
Come on.
I liked her little moment in the Ms. Marvel show where she just literally shows up for a second, and I'm like, the acting in this literal like couple seconds was really good.
It's like
from
Da
her.
Vinci or no, it's DiCaprio where he's like, what? That's it. That's
Yeah,
her.
it was literally her showing up in the Miss Marvel show and like just standing there, and like they made her costume look actually good for once because it's like,
I've literally heard nothing about the Miss Marvel show. Did
it's
you watch it?
good.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it's genuinely really good, and people hate it because it's like, hey, here's this Pakistani teenage girl, and everyone's like, why isn't it a white man?
Really? Is that what they
Yeah,
did?
people were generally like, wow, they're really race swapping Miss Marvel, and everyone's like, no, this is a completely unseparate character. This is Carol Danvers, and it's like, And it's like they made She-Hulk, and people are like, I can't believe they race swapped Hulk, and it's like, I mean, gender swapped Hulk, and it's like, no, this is a different person from Hulk. You guys, you guys understand that, right?
What do you mean? It's just She-Hulk is her name, James. It's her name. That's what people call her.
They also bring that up in the show. They're like, wow, She-Hulk, really? You couldn't think of anything interesting? Just girl Hulk.
Yeah. You know, just to
Yeah,
take a jab at the original creators.
yeah. Just really drag their nuts in their face.
Yeah, yeah, just a lot of dragon, you know.
Take these She-Hulk balls.
A lot of dragon, maybe a little bit of goblin. Promoted by Joe.
Green Goblin.
Promoted by Joe and his wife Candace. Ah! Yeah, they could have called her Lady Hulk.
But yeah, they put Secret Invasion. It looks pretty good. They got basically everybody from the Captain Marvel movie back, like even the same scrolls, as well as some like new ones. It looks pretty good. I don't think they put out any other trailers. They made a bunch of announcements. They're like, "Hey, we're making the Thunderbolts movie. It's gonna be all the bad guys, but they're on a team like the Avengers, but they're the bad guys." And it's like the roster, like the
Cool.
lineup, looks so fucking like boring.
What? Are you
They're
telling me
like,
Chris Pratt's not in it?
he's not.
God
It's
damn it.
it's fucking Taskmaster from Black Widow, who I think they could do something interesting with if
What
they
an interesting
attempt to at
character
least
in
if
Black
they at
Widow.
least attempt to do something with them and not just leave it where it was like they did at the end of Black Widow. And they're
You
like,
know, thank God they
okay.
gender swapped Taskmaster. It really made him a better character.
I didn't give a shit that they did though. That was the thing. It was like
It could have been a dude and it would have been just as bad.
no, literally they didn't do anything for the story. They were just like, yeah, this is the bad guy's daughter
It's a bad guy. You should be scared of this.
that he's groomed into being the Taskmaster. And I'm like,
Groomed.
yeah, they were like, yeah, after the explosion, they
Yeah,
literally
something you're very
memory.
you know a lot about, huh, James? You're very well versed
I was
into.
groomed. I was groomed.
Yeah, I was groomed. I went to the
Anyways.
hair salon a bit earlier today.
Oh god, it's so bad. Doesn't even taste good.
What? The vodka?
The Mountain Dew. No,
Oh.
I've still not touched the vodka. It still has the Kirby shot glass tilted upside down, so I don't touch it.
Come on, James.
Must
Wait, you
not-
telling me you don't like it?
Okay. They have Ghost from the second Ant-Man movie, who I was expecting, but again, it's like a character who I thought was pretty good,
Ghost?
and then they just
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
I
person-
remember now. Fuck, I completely forgot about that character.
Yeah.
Holy
Guess what?
shit.
So did the Marvel fucking universe, because at the end of Ant-Man 2, they're like, okay, we need to collect these particles so Ghost can live. And then they disappear for 5 years, and it's like, what happened to Ghost? What happened to this character?
Well, she must have
that,
disappeared too, you know?
Like, I guess she just fucking died or some shit, man. Like, they just completely fucking ignore it. It's so...
Oh, come on, she disappeared too. There's no reason to talk about it. I mean, she doesn't have any like fans. Is she like an orphan or something?
They have,
Fuck them orphans, you know what I'm saying?
They have Kurt Russell's son show back up as Jack Walker. No, that's his real name's Jack Russell. John Walker, the U.S. agent, aka Bad Captain America,
Oh, from the show? TV show?
from the show, who I thought was really good. I thought they did a bad job at really making him the bad guy. They just gave him like anger problems and that's it.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do a great job making him look like a bad guy. They made him look a little bit justified, to be honest. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Oh yeah, I saw like maybe one short clip of like the Winter and Falcon show, which I haven't watched, so I don't know. I don't have any opinions on it really.
It's
I could
not
care
great.
less about it. But one of them was like the main villain is it was a girl. It was a main villain girl, and she killed a bunch of innocent people in this
Yeah.
terrorist bomb. And then the show wants you to make her into like a good guy or something.
No, yeah,
But she's clearly not a good guy.
it's because they gutted the plot. They took out an entire plot line where it's like the thing that they're stealing is vaccines for people who have this medical like problem that like the people that they killed, that they bombed, were keeping from them. It's like there's supposed to be this whole overarching thing, but then they literally ripped it out, and now it's just like, cool. They're just horrible people.
Yeah, you know, without that line, they're just bad.
There's literally a scene.
They
right
just
before
want
he
to cause
actually-
havoc, you know. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
John Walker cuts a man's head off, but literally in the scene before that, his best friend, who the show had set up for so many episodes, going, this is his best friend. He would die for this person. They are like Captain America and Bucky. They are the best of
What? You're
friends. Like
telling
they
me
will be.
that he's a relatable character or something? What?
Yes, I'm telling you, he's a relatable character. I'm telling you, he's very likable. I'm telling you, they do a great job at setting him up as being a person that you're going to care about. And then they horribly murder him by like he. By the way, he's a normal fucking person with no superpowers, no gear. He just has on a bulletproof vest,
Yeah.
and he has to fight like 8 super soldiers with like John Walker, who just took the virus, like the fucking super soldier serum. Bucky, who has a robot arm and the super soldier serum, and Falcon, who has fucking indestructible wings fighting all these super soldiers and like the correct experience to fight them because he's fun like Captain America. He's literally fun this before, and then you just have this normal dude called Battlestar. Like he's just a normal fucking human being, and he gets horribly picked up and fucking spine broken and left to choke on his own blood. Like he literally lays there choking on his blood, and
Cool.
like they're holding down White Russell, they're holding down Bucky and Falcon, and like they kill him in this very horrible way, and then they just fuck off, and like you watch White Russell cradle his friend like crying over him and everything. He just like he hears a fucking noise and like goes like breaks out the window, finds the one guy that wasn't wearing a mask and cuts his head off. And I'm like, I can understand it though, because like
Yeah.
all of this setup of like these
Hey,
people
but the
die for each
show
other.
wants you to make you think he's a
No, no,
bad guy,
he's,
right?
he's a bad guy because he has anger issues.
He's a bad guy because he can't control his emotions, unlike someone else, right?
No, but like they do such a shitty job making him a bad guy. And then for some reason, Bucky's on the team for Thunderbolts as well, which it's like, have we not moved past Bucky was a bad person? Okay,
They just forgot about all
how
the
many more
Captain
times
America
are we gonna
movies.
do the same fucking plot again and again? Let him be something
Hey,
else.
if it ain't broken, don't fix
It
it.
is broke. It is broke. Stop.
That's what you think, but that's not what everyone
Please.
else thinks. So get wrecked, James.
Please
Take
let
this
this
L
character.
plus ratio plus you're white
Please,
plus your opinions don't matter plus you're terrible plus you're
please,
racist.
please let this character have any other form of development
Hey, I'm
for
a
the
bad
love of
guy
God.
who's trying to become a good guy.
Cool, man. You've been a good guy for the past 4 things you've been in.
No, no,
No.
no, no, no. I was just
According to the
pretending.
writers of this film, no.
I was just pretending.
They have Black Widow's
I
sister.
like to pretend.
They have, they have Black
Just the
Widow's sister
FNAF.
back.
Yeah. Wait,
Who was like,
who's
yeah,
little sister?
Black Widows from the
Oh,
Black Widow movie. She's
oh,
back.
right. And I think at the end of that movie, there's something like, who's the one who killed your thing, like Hawkeye or something?
Yeah, they did that plot line in Hawkeye where it's like Elena's like, "You killed my sister," and Hawkeye's like, "I did
I don't
because
even
I."
know who you are.
And
No.
then he's like, "I did because I didn't catch her," and then it's like, "Oh, you didn't kill my sister."
No, you didn't. You didn't actually kill her.
She fucking runs off, and it's like, cool. Thanks, man. I'm really glad we had this fucking dumb setup.
What an amazing setup. I love it.
Yeah, but it's like, we have David Harbour returning as the Red Guardian, aka the father of Black Widow and her sister.
The
Which
father of Russia.
I don't know why he's here. I think it's just because they can't have a Hulk character because the actor died.
Who?
The actor who played General Ross in the comics, he's also turns into a Hulk called
Yeah,
Red
Red
Hulk,
Hulk.
but the actor died for
Oh,
that character. So other than just
wait.
recasting
So
them,
this General Ross, the actor for General Ross, died.
the actor for General Ross is dead.
Oh,
But if I'm being honest, just get the original guy from like the other movie because they look the exact same, or get a different actor.
oh yeah, from like the 2003 movie.
Yeah, like they literally just got the same looking. This is why I also think the 2003 movie is canon because the story doesn't change if you keep them together.
I
It's
mean, it
still
could have been this.
the
It could have
story
just been a
still
younger
makes
Bruce
sense.
Banner, right?
You could just say the story has continued through all these things, and I'd be like, yeah, that makes
I mean,
sense.
yeah,
None
it's
of the
fine.
characters are different from one another if you change if you say that.
That still
They
fits
all
in.
have the same stories. Or like you could have had Betty, like his girlfriend from that movie, show up as the Red She-Hulk. Like you
Maybe.
could have had a whole character rather than having 3
And then
Captain
Red She-Hulk
Americas
is
on the
actually a
team.
great Hulk character, maybe, finally?
Instead now, JD, we have 3 Captain Americas on the team. Bucky, U.S. Agent, and now David Harbour's Red Guardian. We have 3 fucking Captain Americas on this goddamn team.
Hey, they just want to save the budget by not CGing any monsters in there, you know, any Hulks. They cost too much money, you know? You know how it is, James.
And there's the lady from Seinfeld.
What?
The lady from Seinfeld.
Oh, right. She's the mother, right?
No, she's the handler for Black Widow's sister, and like also U.S. agent at the end of that show. She shows up. But
Oh, I
here's the
thought she
thing.
was like acting as their mother. Was that a thing or?
No, that's a different actress.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
I don't know why they didn't get her. Like, if you're gonna have fucking Red Guardian, why not get the other lady? Because then it doesn't make sense why one of them's not there with them. And the whole point of the thing is like, we are family now. We fight together. And it's
Family. Family.
God, it
Family.
fucking gives me a headache, man.
Family.
This kid
Family.
fucking blows. They better announce a change in the roster or like more characters to fill this out, because otherwise,
Yeah.
this is a fucking boring ass choice. Like, this is so bare bones and boring. You set up the character Hercules at the end of the new Thor movie, and you could have had him be the new Thor for the bad guys.
No. You know who is the new Thor? Electro. Get Jamie Foxx in here.
You could have introduced Punisher or Bullseye from the fucking Daredevil TV show, because Daredevil is now in the MCU. So you could have brought in Bullseye from that show as well, and been like, okay, he's our replacement for Hawkeye. Because in the comics, for the bad guys, when the main Avengers are gone, the bad guys take over in their place, and Bullseye wears the Hawkeye costume. And like fucking Green Goblin puts on the Iron Man suit, and like Venom pretends to be Spider-Man, and Wolverine's son pretends to be Wolverine. Like, they all interchange, and it's like, cool. But no.
Cool. Where is it?
Captain Americas.
Wow, James.
Only brings up. This is so shit. It's such a shitty casting, man.
If you enjoyed this episode, you should like and subscribe.
Rant about how dumb this was.
And you can catch us every Sunday. Isn't that right, James?
Yeah, man. I almost didn't make it, by the way.
You're just so done with it.
I
After that rant,
make it to this episode, by the way.
you're just exhausted.
But yeah, it's genuinely exhausting to go into detail, because like I didn't even fucking like begin to start a rant about Werewolf by Night and how dumb that fucking looks. Like, you only heard a little bit.
I mean, we could talk about that next time, I guess.
Yeah, man, I'll fucking break.
And I'll try to watch some I'll try to watch some stuff about that too, so I can at least have more than just nothing to work off of.
I think a lot of the other stuff they put out looked pretty alright, like their Star Wars stuff. That looks pretty good.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's that then, huh? Bring us out, James.
Oh, what, you want me to bring us out? You don't want William to bring us out?
Oh, you know what? Let me call William real quick.
You know, you actually call William.
Bring us up, James.
And you put him on speakerphone.
Yeah, I can't call him. He's at his birthday party right now. Actually,
that's too damn bad.
No, he's at his coworker. He's at his coworker party right now. So
that's too damn bad for William.
Bring us out, James.
I really enjoyed this. Thank you for listening. We do this every weekend. You can find me at the channel link down below.
Sunday.
We do this every Sunday.
If you want to watch James's old podcast, then you can his hosted podcast.
I will be making in the meantime, while I work on the scripts and stuff, I'll be making some updates, like little things about the hunt down the Freeman.
No, you won't.
I also want help making the title flow better.
Wrong. False.
Because Hunt Down the Freeman, RE, or RE Hunt Down the Freeman just doesn't sound too great to me. So, if you want to talk about Hunt Down the Freeman, go over there, and I'll be putting out some intermediate videos every now and then. Very short ones, though.
No, they won't be short. They'll be nothing.
Short like your dick. Got him.